Hi, this is your girl Annette, Miss Delaware Classic Universe for the 2024 Wear Your Crown Empowerment Speaker Series. Now, the series is intended to empower women and girls into purpose by hearing the stories of phenomenal queens, sharing what they do, why they do it, why it's important, and how you can stay connected with them. Now, today we have none other than Janice King. Hello, Miss King.
Hello, Annette, and thank you for inviting me.
It is definitely my pleasure. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Janice King, and I am a self-taught visual artist. And my artwork is created into wearable art for Black women.
Now, we had a fashion show in New York. How did that go?
Oh, that was wonderful. The last fashion show, let me start with the first fashion show. The first fashion show was in December 2023, and that was at the Billie Holiday Theater in Brooklyn, New York, and it was wonderful. Annette Fletcher here was my model coordinator, and most of my models were living in New York, so they modeled. It was a great show. There were about 6 different designers, and I was one of them.
Yes, she had phenomenal pieces, and the cool thing about her wearable art is you could see the piece that was painted and how it complemented the wearable art. So you would see the art, and then you would see the outfit to complement the art. So if you want to be the fashionista, have a party, have one of her beautiful pieces hanging, and then come out in one of her wearable art pieces and then bust out your cell phone. Yes. And have the case.
That's right. That's right. And I thank you for saying that, because the piece I'm wearing today is a kimono, and it is titled Elated.
Oh,
and I am wearing the kimono right now, and here is a print of Elated that I am wearing. So I paint on canvas, and then I use a company in Canada called the Galleries, and they create my clothing based on the styles of clothing I choose, and they put the designs, my original painted designs, onto the clothing.
All right, could you stand up and let us see your...
Sure, I will. If you can hold on to that,
okay.
I will stand up and let you see the kimono that I'm wearing. I will turn around slowly.
Mm-hmm. This is
the kimono.
Am I holding this the right way? No,
this way. This way. And the kimono is made of chiffon, and you can wear it all year round. You can put it over a turtleneck like I have on, or you can wear it underneath it, over top a dress or a shirt, and voila, you're ready to go. Wearing Janice King's wearable art.
Now, let's go back to the beginning. You said
Yes.
you were a late bloomer in terms of creating all these fabulous pieces. What prompted you to start painting?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because lots of people ask me that question. And I was creative all my life, from the time I was a child.
Okay.
And I'm going to skip over that part and go to my adulthood. And as an adult, I was still creative, but I had to work, raise my family. And years later, I became ill. I had a life-altering event. And during my healing, counseling, doctors, medicine, spiritual counseling especially, I came to a realization that there was an artist buried deep inside of me. And that artist had been yearning to get out throughout the years. And in 2019, I decided, to let her out. And I did that. I made up some business cards. I made a letter of introduction to get out of non-existence. I went around to different venues like community centers, galleries, introduced myself. I ordered some supplies, started painting, and I recall the first time I met Demetrius Bullock at Artscape. He said, "Oh, you're an artist, huh?" As soon as I walked in, I said, "I sure am." And I thank him for acknowledging that, actually. And then I had my first gallery exhibit at Lafayette Gallery with Eunice Lafayette, who's in that. Yeah, yeah, and I started painting, and lots of people said to me, excuse me, where did this come from? They said, who painted these? I said, I did. They said, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did, so I had that creativity within me all the time.
Nice. So what would you say to young people who haven't found their niche yet?
What I would say to young people is that, we're all put here for a purpose. And sometimes it takes us a long time to find that purpose. But actually, from time we are about 2 or 3 years old, we know instinctively what we want to do. And sometimes those instinctive insights that we have are warped by the environment, whether it's our parents, who mean us very well, or society, and sometimes we go here and there trying to figure out, and we haven't gone back to our purpose.
Yes.
But if there's something in you that you love to do, do it. Do it. And my message to parents out there is that if you notice your child has a talent or skill, encourage them in that. Lots of children are musically inclined, they're talented. Encourage them, whether they want to do something artistic or something in the sports area, definitely encourage them. And there are many young people I know who are talented, and I want to encourage all of you out there to pursue your dream, whatever it is.
Yes, and you're never too young
Or too old. That's
to
right.
pursue your dream.
That's
So
right.
if there is something that you like to do, something that you enjoy, there is someone who wants it. There is someone who wants to know how to do it. So between selling what you do, create, or making a space where you can teach and educate others, make sure you invest in yourself and value what you bring to the table.
That's right, and you said a key word, investing in yourself. And investing in yourself does not necessarily mean that you have to use money. It means your time, your energy, whatever it is that you do. In order for you to have something, you have to do something.
Yes.
In order for you to do something, you have to be something. So there's a be, do, and a have, so you can definitely be it, do it, and have it.
Now, I heard that your wearable art is actually locally placed. So I can actually walk into a store and pick up a Janice King look.
Yes.
Where can we get that look from?
Recently, I've partnered with Morgan's of Delaware. It's a boutique. It's here in downtown Wilmington area on Delaware Avenue. And the owner is Martha Morgan, beautiful person. And she loved my wearable art pieces, and they are there. There are several there. We had the launch on last Saturday, launch of the spring line. And in the window, adorning and gracing her window, is Janice King art. The piece is called Bluebird in the Garden, and it is a sleeveless reversible dress. Atop that is a kimono, and the mannequin is carrying a tote bag.
Ooh.
Yes. And the original painting of Bluebird in the Garden sits right alongside that mannequin with that outfit. And in the store, there are other several pieces of my wearable art. So definitely go on by. There'll be more to come. Yes, and you can also order my pieces from my site, and in a little while I will give you that information.
Okay, and it'll be listed underneath as well. So we're going to make sure we get your information and put it in the description so that you can check out her sites, because you have 2, right?
I have 2 sites. One is Find Out America, where you can obtain prints, home decor, tech products, apparel, and lifestyle products. And the galleries where you can obtain the wearable art fashions.
Yeah, so both links will be below. Now, if you want to just make a donation, because she's always creating pieces, you're able to do that as well. And her Cashapp, Venmo, and things will be below as well. So out of all of your pieces, what was one of your most impactful pieces of art?
One of my most impactful pieces of art and unfortunately I don't have a picture, but it is Admiration of Sachet. What I can do, will they be able to see it if I hold
Well,
it
you
up?
know what? If you send her to me, I can include her in the editing of the video,
Okay,
and we can have her at the end. So she will be at the end of the video. One of her favorite pieces, mind you. I have her,
yes.
and my plan was to wear her on my T-shirt. I couldn't decide whether to wear the T-shirt or the poncho, and then I didn't wear either one. But you can check out Sachet.
Admiration of Sachet.
The Admiration of Sachet at the end. So make sure you stay and watch the whole video. And you have some pieces here.
Yes, I have some prints here. Let me just tell you, this print here is called Afro Latina.
Yeah.
Yes, and this print of this young woman is one of the pieces in my Afro Latino lines art collection. And that was inspired, this collection was inspired by Nancy Lopez, who had asked me to create an Afro Latina collection.
Nice.
So she is also on some clothing, but this is a print of her.
Okay. What else we have up here?
She is called Latina. Latina. Young woman with green blue braid, one blue braid coming down the side with her locks, and she has Janice King art written in her hair.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, she is popping. I love that
Yeah.
blue.
Thank you.
Okay, what else we have? Oh, what is this one? Looks like a quinceañera.
Yes, this is a quinceañera, and the quinceañera, for those of you that are not familiar with it, is a Spanish term, and the 15-year-old girl celebrates her birthday.
Oh,
And the
it's a coming of
celebration,
age.
yes, it's a coming of age when she's coming out into womanhood, actually. So this is the celebration that I created.
Oh, and that's what it's called.
Yes, absolutely, and the word is written.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I absolutely love these dresses. They are huge, ball gowns, very
Ornate.
or yes, like decorated. I've always wanted one.
Oh, we
Just
we have one.
because there's a place in Ellesmere that used to have them in their window, and I was always like, I'm just gonna get one,
Oh, okay.
like for my birthday, just because. They're fabulous. Oh, what's this?
Okay, this is another piece in the collection, the Afro Latina collection, and it is called En La Playa. En La Playa is a Hispanic term, and it means at the beach. So this scene is a group of people at the beach.
I like the diversity in here.
Thank you.
Okay. And is there another one you want to take from?
Let's see this. And she is called Black Beauty. Black Beauty.
I love that. Is this like her hair, or is that like a headdress?
That's a headdress. Yes.
That's cute. Oh, I love that. Can I get that from down here?
And this title speaks for itself. It's up here. Brown Skin Girl. And that's just a brown skin girl posing. In her dress. She's very excited.
Such a celebration
Yes.
of blackness.
Celebration of Blackness. Thank you, Dr. J. Absolutely. And also celebrating this particular month, which is Women's
Black
History
women.
Month.
Yes. Oh, these are awesome. So if you are interested in any of her pieces, or you want to make a donation, you're welcome to use the links below. And in terms of your art, when is your next event that we can see you, your wearable art, and some of your pieces?
Okay, so currently my wearable art pieces are at Morgan's of Delaware, and you can see them anytime.
Okay.
You know, just let me know, and I will be there to greet you. But Morgan's of Delaware is open, I believe, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday, Sunday. I think they're closed on Monday. So, but if you'd like me to be there, please contact me, and I will meet you there.
Is your art also there?
There are some pieces of original artworks that are there, yes. But most of them are not there. Currently, my artwork is on display and exhibit at Arts by Angelova Gallery in Middletown. We just had that opening on last Friday night. I also have some work exhibited at Finis and the Owl bookstore in Bellefonte, and there are some original works of some additional original works of women. That exhibit I entitled Women's Empowerment Renaissance, because as women, we must continue to empower ourselves, and as we share our gifts and what we know, we empower each other. So that particular event was Women's Empowerment Month, and those pieces are still there to the end of the month. And you had also asked me about my fashion shows.
Yes.
The latest fashion show I had was in February for Black History Month, and that was at the Kings County Supreme Court. They have an annual fashion show every Black History Month, and that was glorious. The judges, non-judicial staff, and court officers modeled, and that was fantastic. And what's so great about the fashion show is that the models buy things off the runway. They buy.
And
Wearable art.
everything is sellable off
Yes,
the runway. So
yes.
if you're ever at one of her fashion shows and you see one of her wearable art pieces, they are open, they are available off the runway. And she typically has a table set up as well.
Tables.
So if you see
And the
anything
stand.
of interest, she probably has it at the table.
Yes, yes. So just feel free to avail yourselves to wearable art.
All right, well, this is Janice King, the wearable art queen here in Delaware, but you can find her in New York, in Middletown, at Morgan's Gallery, and all of those locations we're going to list below too, because you should definitely pop in to those locations. Not only are they fabulous places to visit and to check out her artwork, but you can also support local businesses as well.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Annette. Support living artists. Okay, and Morgan's of Delaware is just the first boutique. There'll be more to come, and there'll be more fashion shows to come. Thank God for those things. Yes.
There will definitely be more fashion shows. She's been requested in some places.
Yes.
Definitely back in New York. So if you're interested in having wearable art fashion shows, please contact Janice King. We'll leave her contact information below. Janice, thank you again for joining us for the 2024 Wear Your Crown Empowerment Speaker Series.
And I thank you so much for that. And I thank you all who are out